Good evening and welcome, friends. As we speak, a massive anti-terror operation is going on in Jammu's Poonch area to flush out the terrorists who carried out that cowardly attack yesterday. Also, Bajrang Punia has announced that he is returning his Padma Shri after Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh's aide won the election yesterday. Like Sakshi Malik decided to resign or quit wrestling as a sport. And we had Jantar Mantar, a buzz with opposition leaders, including top Congress leadership, talking about the state of affairs post the massive suspensions in the parliament. We'll try to understand through sound bites and speeches what's going on in the opposition space. Let's begin with the headlines first. Cowardly Pakistani terrorists attack Indian Army. 4 jawans martyred during an anti-terror operation in Poonch. Undeterred Indian Army intensifies operations, goes all out to avenge the martyrdom of our brave hearts. Politics over Poonch terror attack. Indi Neta trivializes Poonch terror, calls it another Pulwama. Rahul tries to effectively justify parliament attack, says unemployment is the root cause. BJP on mission 2024 already. Prime Minister chairs high-level meeting at the BJP headquarters. The private jet controversy hits Siddaramaiah government as minister posts swanky travel video. BJP hits out. All right, friends, earlier in the morning, we had opposition coming together for protests for optics at Jantar Mantar, the designated place for those kind of protests in New Delhi. Through their sound bites, their speeches and their actions, let's try to understand what's really going on in their mind, in the mind of these leaders as they head into the general election cycle. Are they really serious? Are they even concerned that on their conduct rests the democracy as it functions? Are they really strong enough or united enough to take on the Modi juggernaut? Because the pictures speak to the contrary. There was a certain lack of seriousness as it came out, and no cogent understanding of what's really happening on the ground beneath their feet. Let's listen into some of those sound bites and speeches, then I come back.
ये जो आपने सेलफोन पकड़ रखे हैं, इस पे दिन में कितना घंटा, मतलब इंस्टाग्राम पे, फेसबुक पे, ट्विटर पे कितने घंटे रहते हैं? मैंने ये सवाल पूछा और छोटी सी सर्वे करा दी, कोई बड़ी सर्वे नहीं, बस चेक करने के लिए। मैं हैरान हो गया। 7.5 घंटे जवाब मिला। 7.5 घंटे युवा फेसबुक पे, इंस्टाग्राम पे, ट्विटर पे, ईमेल पे, अपने फोन पर, जैसे देखिए यहां पे सारे के सारे लोग फोन लिए पकड़े हुए हैं, देख रहे हैं। 7.5 घंटे नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार में हिंदुस्तान का युवा सेलफोन पे बैठा है। कुछ दिन पहले पार्लियामेंट हाउस में 2-3 युवा जंप करके अंदर आ गए। जंप करते हुए हम सब ने देखा। अंदर आए, पार्लियामेंट के अंदर वो गैस का सिलेंडर ले आए। अगर गैस का सिलेंडर ला सकते थे तो कुछ और भी ला सकते थे। कुछ दिन पहले पार्लियामेंट हाउस में 2-3 युवा जंप करके अंदर आ गए। जंप करते हुए हम सब ने देखा। अंदर आए, पार्लियामेंट के अंदर वो गैस का सिलेंडर ले आए। अगर गैस का सिलेंडर ला सकते थे तो कुछ और भी ला सकते थे।
All right, so that was senior leader of the Congress party, Rahul Gandhi. It's a former president as well. And you heard him in two sound bites. In the second one, which just ended, he's saying, or can be heard saying, that those misguided youth, jobless youth, carried gas cylinders inside the parliament while they actually carried smoke canisters hidden inside their shoes. And those were canisters which did not have metal in them, and that's why they hoodwinked the parliament's security, particularly the metal detectors that are kept at the entrance. They are jobless youth who are continuously on their phones because they don't have anything else to do. And you look at these pictures, Rahul Gandhi continuously on his phone. And we have seen earlier pictures also. You would recall, viewers, of Rahul Gandhi looking at his phone when last respects were being paid to the Pulwama martyrs. And Rahul Gandhi on his phone again in these pictures at the very same venue where he was suggesting that it is because of joblessness that youth have no other thing but to spend time fiddling with their phones. Let's listen into the soundbite again once.
जो आपने सेल फोन पकड़ रखे हैं, इस पे दिन में कितना घंटा, मतलब इंस्टाग्राम पे, फेसबुक पे, ट्विटर पे कितने घंटे रहते हैं? मैंने ये सवाल पूछा और छोटी सी सर्वे करा दी, कोई बड़ी सर्वे नहीं, बस चेक करने के लिए। मैं हैरान हो गया। 7.5 घंटे जवाब मिला। 7.5 घंटे युवा फेसबुक पे, इंस्टाग्राम पे, ट्विटर पे, ईमेल पे, अपने फोन पर, जैसे देखिए यहां पे सारे के सारे लोग फोन लिए पकड़े हुए हैं, देख रहे हैं। 7.5 घंटे नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार में हिंदुस्तान का युवा सेल फोन। कुछ दिन पहले पार्लियामेंट हाउस में 2-3 युवा जंप करके अंदर आ गए। जंप करते हुए हम सब ने देखा। अंदर आए, पार्लियामेंट के अंदर वो गैस का सिलेंडर ले आए। अगर गैस का सिलेंडर ला सकते थे तो कुछ और भी ला सकते थे।
All right, Rahul Gandhi, they are fiddling with the phone and suggesting that jobless youth are fiddling with their phone and they have nothing else to do from the same stage. Moving on, but staying with the story, the political opposition and what they're doing. In yet another headline coming out of those same protests, there was an indication that there is a rift within the India alliance. Listening to Nitish's leader hitting out at the so-called prime ministerial face of the alliance, Mallikarjun Kharge.
भाजपा को समाप्त करने के लिए उसके विरोध में जब तक नीतीश कुमार को नहीं मानेगा, नहीं चुनेगा, नहीं होगा। पब्लिक नहीं मानेगी। खड़गे फड़गे का नाम नहीं जानता है। अभी नाम बोले हैं तो हम सुने हैं। जानबो नहीं करते थे कांग्रेस का वो राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हैं खड़गे जी। तो आप बोले तो हम जान गए। उनको कोई नहीं जानता है। भाजपा को समाप्त करने के लिए उसके विरोध में जब तक नीतीश कुमार को नहीं मानेगा, नहीं चुनेगा, नहीं होगा। पब्लिक नहीं मानेगी। खड़गे फड़गे का नाम नहीं जानता है। अभी नाम बोले हैं तो हम सुने हैं। जानबो नहीं करते थे कांग्रेस का वो राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हैं खड़गे जी। तो आप बोले तो हम जान गए। उनको कोई नहीं जानता है।
Okay, earlier we had a JDU leader suggesting that it is Nitish Kumar who should be the face of the opposition. And now we have another JDU leader really underscoring that same message with dismissing Mallikarjun Kharge, the president of the Congress party, whose name was suggested as the face of India alliance by Mamata Banerjee and Arvind Kejriwal, as Kharge Farge. I mean, that's the level of dismissive attitude that the leaders of the India alliance have for each other. Remember, during the campaign, we had Kamal Nath of the Congress party dismissing Akhilesh Yadav, the supremo of the Samajwadi party, as Akhilesh Vakhilesh. Now we have another JDU leader dismissing Mallikarjun Kharge, the sitting Congress president, as Kharge Varge. Obviously, there have been some political reactions to this. Let's listen into some of them.
डेमोक्रेसी के तहत सबको बात करने का हक है और वो आजादी आप छीन नहीं ले सकते। वो आजादी हमको मिली है जवाहरलाल नेहरू से, वो आजादी हमको मिली है महात्मा गांधी से, वो आजादी हमको मिली है डॉक्टर अंबेडकर से। इन्होंने तैयार करके दिया, लाखों लोग कुर्बानी करके आजादी दिलाए और आप लोग, आपके घर में कोई एक चूहा भी नहीं गया आजादी दिलाने के लिए, है गया। और वो हमको कहते हैं देश को ये बर्बाद कर रहे अपोजिशन के लोग, देश को ये लोग यहाँ पर डेमोक्रेसी नहीं चलने देते, ये कहते हैं। सबको बाहर निकाले आप, सभी एमएलएस को, सभी एमपीज को आपने बाहर निकाला और सभी कानून अनअपोज्ड आपने पास कर लिया। 3 क्रिमिनल कानून ऐसे हैं, आगे आने वाले दिन में वो सारे सिटीजन्स को सताएंगे। अच्छे कानून को हम स्वागत करते हैं, किसानों के लिए भी ऐसा ही किया, मजदूरों के लिए भी ऐसे ही कानून लाए। तो इसलिए भाइयों हमको लड़ना है और ज्यादा से ज्यादा एक होकर हमको लड़ना है। तो और आज मोदी जी हर एक को दबा रहे, हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं को जहां कहीं इलेक्शन आता है उनको ईडी का डर, सीबीआई का डर, इनकम टैक्स का डर। अरे कितने डराते हो? अरे ये अपोजिशन पार्टी कांग्रेस ये डरने वाली नहीं है।
All right, so that gives you an idea of the opposition's mind through the Jantar Mantar protests, lacking in energy and even with actions suggesting a certain lack of seriousness. Rahul Gandhi talking about fiddling with the phone, himself fiddling with the phone. On that note, we move out of this and bring to you a top wrap of stories of what's happening around the country. Former Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia's judicial custody has been extended by the Rouse Avenue Court in Delhi until the next hearing on January 19, 2024. Court granted time to the accused counsel until January 15 to inspect documents at the CBI headquarters. 9 ministers sworn into the Chief Minister Vishnu Dev Sai-led cabinet in Chhattisgarh, taking its strength to 12. Governor Pushpa Bhushan Harichandan administered oath of office and secrecy to 9 MLAs, including a woman lawmaker, during a function held at Raj Bhavan in Raipur. In response to the flood crisis in Tamil Nadu, an Indian Navy helicopter carried out 7 sorties, airdropping 3 tons and more of relief material in flood-prone areas of the state. The state has been reeling under devastating floods in which more than 10 people have died and thousands have been displaced post-cyclone Meteor. A day after Parliament's winter session concluded, the leaders of the opposition's Indie bloc have came together to protest against the suspensions at Jantar Mantar in Delhi. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, Party Leader Rahul Gandhi, NCP Leader Sharad Pawar, CPM Leader Sitaram Yechuri and other leaders joined opposition's protest against suspension of MPs at the protest site.
कायम रखने के लिए, जो लोक लाज है उसको कायम रखने के लिए ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि जितने प्रगतिशील राष्ट्रवादी संगठन हैं उनको सबको इकट्ठे होकर इस चीज़ के खिलाफ लामबंद होके एक आवाज़ से पूरे देश में संदेश भेजना चाहिए कि अगर इस देश में लोकराज को कायम रखना है, लोकतंत्र को कायम रखना है, तो सभी प्रगतिशील और राष्ट्रवादी शक्तियों को लामबंद होने की ज़रूरत है।
Another political controversy has hit the Karnataka government after Congress MLA and Minister BZ Zamir Ahmed Khan flaunted his luxurious private jet while flying to Delhi with Chief Minister Siddaramaiah to seek drought relief for the state from the central government. Taking on the Congress, BJP lashed out at the Karnataka Congress for this splurge on private jet.
एक और तो कर्नाटका के मुख्यमंत्री केंद्र से पैसा मांग रहे हैं कि ड्राउट के लिए रिलीफ फंड दिया जाए उन्हें। कर्नाटका के उप मुख्यमंत्री कहते हैं कि हमारे पास विकास के लिए कोई पैसे नहीं बचे, सारे पैसे कांग्रेस की इन फर्जी गारंटियों में खर्च हो गए हैं जो वो पूरा नहीं कर पा रहे, इसलिए दूध के दाम, बिजली के दाम बढ़ाते जा रहे हैं। और दूसरी ओर कर्नाटका के मंत्री शर्मनाक तरीके से अश्लील प्रदर्शन करते हैं कि किस प्रकार से वो वीवीआईपी जेट प्लेन में घूम रहे हैं मुख्यमंत्री के साथ, वो भी पब्लिक के टैक्स पेयर मनी।
Rehearsals for the 26th January Republic Day parade have started on Delhi's Kartavya Path. French President Emmanuel Macron has been invited as the chief guest for the 2024 Republic Day celebrations.
Hello.
Union Minister Prahlad Joshi raised questions on Congress's crowdfunding, alleging it is a facade to convert black money into white. The minister also questioned about the Dheeraj Sahu and said that no action has been taken against him.
फंडिंग नहीं है, धीरज साहू वगैरह के पास जो पैसा मिला है ना ये कांग्रेस का, वो कन्वर्ट करने के लिए ऐसे बहुत लोगों के पास जो पैसा रखा है उसको व्हाइट में कन्वर्ट के लिए क्राउड सोर्सिंग का नाटक शुरू किया है।
Right, on that note, we slip into a short break. On the other side, BJP on Mission 2024 now. Prime Minister chairs high-level meeting at the BJP headquarters in Delhi. And private jet controversy hits Siddaramaiah government as minister posts swanky travel video. BJP hits back.
The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs. A testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students.
सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा।
Welcome back. In Jammu Kashmir's Poonch, a mega anti-terror operation is underway. 4 army jawans have lost their lives after cowardly Pakistani terrorists attacked an army vehicle. But Indian Army has now intensified operations in the area. In a latest update, 8 to 10 terrorists have been trapped and operations are still underway with special forces moving in. Reports suggest US-made rifle M4 carbine was used by the Jaish terrorists as also some Chinese ammunition. Let's have a look at this 1-minute report on the operations going on there on the ground in Jammu.
The teams of National Investigation Agency have arrived at the encounter spot in the Poonch district, and I'll request Gaurav to show you that the senior officials of the NIA who have arrived at the encounter spot. Important to mention that NIA is carrying out a parallel investigation in the case in which 4 jawans of the Indian Army they attained martyrdom in a deadly terror attack that took place in the Dera Ki Gali area of the Poonch district yesterday evening. And now the teams of the National Investigation Agency they are heading towards the operation site. Important to mention that 3 terrorists who are believed to be from the Lashkar-e-Toiba terror outfit, they carried out this deadly attack yesterday, the Pakistani terrorists, and now the security forces they are carrying out intensified operation. A team of the National Investigation Agency, which is headed by an officer who has an expertise in the counter-terror operation, they have arrived here at the ground zero and now are going to carry out a parallel probe in this case. With Gaurav Sani, Gursimran Singh for Republic Media Network.
Vijay can show you from right to left. completely where the operation is right now going on. You can see the exactly spot in these forest areas. There are multiple operations which are going on. The different ambushes have been laid down by the security forces here in these forest areas. In my video can show you these are some residential areas where the operation is going on. There are some intelligence based people. There must be some local hand involvement who provided the logistic. It also indicates that after yesterday's attack there must be some local involvement, as Goshaman was pointing out about the local involvement in the attack. The questions, some youth have been picked by the security forces and the question is going on. You can see here how the security forces have deployed here, including Jammu and Kashmir Police Special Operation Group of Jammu and Kashmir Police Rashtra Rifle, and other security forces are here. You can see no one is being allowed from this point. You can see here the difficult terrains are here, but the search it's very challenging for the security forces to do operations here. But you can see here the weather is improving here, and earlier it was very dense fog here. It was very difficult for the security forces to do operations here, but you can see here the recovery van have been also placed here at the India Army, and you can see here these are the vehicles. You can see my video can show you the bullet marks of the same vehicle which were targeted by the terrorists. You can see here the exclusive visuals on the Republic TV. My Vijay Mubashir is showing you the visuals of the same vehicle that was targeted by the security forces when moving, and the ambush was laid by the terrorists and the target this vehicle. And you can see here the difficult operation is going on right now here. In some officials from the Jammu and Kashmir Police and Indian Army have already reached here. They are expecting some more top level officers will arrive here shortly.
Short break again, and on the other side, BJP's Mission 2024. Prime Minister chairs a high-level meeting at the BJP headquarters. Also, private jet controversy hits Siddaramaiah government as Minister posts Frankie travel video. BJP hits out.
The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students.
सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान।
Army convoy faced a terrorist assault on Thursday night, resulting in the loss of 4 soldiers' lives and injuring 3 others. After a terror attack which took place in Poonch, DG Jammu and Kashmir R. Swain, along with the IG Jammu Anand Jain at Poonch attack site to review the situation in the place. Security forces have detained 6 locals for questioning in connection with the suspected local hand to terrorists involved in the recent terror attack in the Poonch district of Jammu and Kashmir, as per sources on Friday, December 22nd. Security beefed up in Chenab Valley after deadly terror attack in Poonch. Multiple houses were also searched in Kishtwar. Around 20 to 30 terrorists are active in the region, and the Pakistan terrorists are organized in 8 to 10 groups. Terrorists are trained in jungle warfare. In recent developments in the Poonch area, the People's Anti-Fascist Front has claimed responsibility for the Poonch terror attack, in which 5 soldiers were killed. After the Pakistan terrorist attack, the Indian Army convoy in the Poonch district of Jammu and Kashmir, the terrorists took social media to upload pictures from the attack site, which revealed that they used US-developed M4 carbine assault rifles. M4 rifles have also been used by the terrorists in the previous terror attacks. Following the 2016 strikes on terrorist launch pads and increased international pressure, Pakistani terror groups have reportedly shifted their operations. Instead of centralized launch pads, terrorists are said to be using houses of locals in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. A shocking revelation comes to fore, which says that the terrorists, those who are being pushed from Pakistan, are not only trained for operations close to the border, but also in the hinterland. Terrorists are given martial arts training along with drills to survive in the hinterland. Security forces conducted a search operation in the forest area of Dera Ki Gali in the Rajouri sector after the terrorist attack on army vehicles yesterday. The chairman of VCK has said that the party is going to hold a protest against the suspension of MPs and the irregularities in the EVM system on the behalf of India Alliance. He also confirmed that every capital in the country is holding a protest against Modi government and their undemocratic attitude. Highlighting the suspension of 146 MPs from the parliament, Karnataka's Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar has demanded a statement from Union Home Minister Amit Shah. He regarded the passing of bill amid suspension of MPs as the biggest disrespect to the Indian democracy. Another political controversies hit the Karnataka government after Karnataka Congress MLA Zamir Ahmed Khan flaunted his luxurious private jet by flying to Delhi with Chief Minister Siddaramaiah to seek drought relief for the state from the central government. Responding to the video of Karnataka CM Siddaramaiah travelling in a chartered flight, the BJP has accused the government of misleading the people of state. He has accused the government of splurging people's money over VVIP planes.
के मुख्यमंत्री केंद्र से पैसा मांग रहे हैं कि ड्राउट के लिए रिलीफ फंड दिया जाए उन्हें। कर्नाटका के उप मुख्यमंत्री कहते हैं कि हमारे पास विकास के लिए कोई पैसे नहीं बचे, सारे पैसे कांग्रेस की इन फर्जी गारंटियों में खर्च हो गए हैं जो वो पूरा नहीं कर पा रहे, इसलिए दूध के दाम, बिजली के दाम बढ़ाते जा रहे हैं। और दूसरी ओर कर्नाटका के मंत्री शर्मनाक तरीके से अश्लील प्रदर्शन करते हैं कि किस प्रकार से वो वीवीआईपी जेट प्लेन में घूम रहे हैं मुख्यमंत्री के साथ, वो भी पब्लिक के टैक्स पेयर मनी।
Mocking the BJP, Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has urged to question the BJP and ask in what does the Prime Minister travel in. This remark by Siddaramaiah came in response to a video featuring himself and Minister Zamir Ahmed Khan on a chartered flight. Union Minister Anurag Thakur has accused the India Alliance of creating a North-South divide as well as a cultural divide. He went ahead by saying that the morale of the opposition has been pulled down by their defeat in 3 states. Union Minister has demanded apology of Rahul Gandhi to apologize over the mimicry of Vice President of India in the Parliament. He said that if it was shameful for the Congress to make a video of the incident as well. The CM of Kerala has assured the people that they are taking all steps to make sure that the COVID cases which are coming up are being looked into. President Bajrang Punia took to X and said that he wants to return his Padam Shri award to the Prime Minister. In the letter drafted by him, he highlighted how lack of response on the sexual harassment complaint against Brij Bhushan has pushed him to take this decision. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has provided an update on the Manipur situation, assuring that the peace is being restored slowly in the state. In the meantime, he has also requested the general public not to create any kind of misunderstanding between the communities. And in Kurukshetra in Haryana, Union Home Minister Amit Shah has laid emphasis on the teachings of Bhagavad Gita and said that these teachings should reach all parts of India and the world. He also said that the Mahotsav has been a huge success since 2016. Bihar's Deputy Chief Minister Tejasvi Yadav has slammed BJP leader Giriraj Singh by saying that the shift in Chief Ministers has made him conscious about his political future. He further said that the shift has made Giriraj Singh worried that he might lose his party ticket. On the 3 criminal laws passed in the Parliament, Congress MP Manish Tiwari has labelled the souls of these 3 laws as unconstitutional, and he then further said that these authoritarian laws will be challenged in the appropriate courts of law. He has affirmed that these bills will not pass the test of constitution. JDU MLA Gopal Mandal has commented on Kharge as a face for Prime Minister and said, "Who is Kharge?" He further said that nobody knows Kharge, but the public knows Nitish Ji. Gopal Mandal then concluded by saying that Nitish Kumar will be the next Prime Minister. Jantar Dal's MLA Gopal Mandal has offered strong support to Nitish Kumar by saying that the India Alliance should choose him as the Prime Minister's face since Congress party is not worth trusting. Also said that Nitish Kumar played the role of a convener and gathered all regional leaders to form the alliance. Former Karnataka Chief Minister and Jantar Dal leader H.D. Kumaraswamy met Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. The meeting was held in New Delhi. Chhattisgarh Chief Minister has congratulated 9 new cabinet ministers on the swearing-in ceremony. Chief Minister Vishnu Deo has assured that all ministers will work for the welfare of Chhattisgarh. Andhra Pradesh CM Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy holds a meeting with medical and health departments officials over the spread of the new COVID variant JN1. The NIA has arrested the 11th accused in the human trafficking case, which the agency busted last month. NIA conducted nationwide raids and found the 11th accused in Kochi, Kerala. After the Biden administration has pushed Israel to allow aid into Gaza, trucks carrying humanitarian aid have entered through the Israeli area of Kerem Shalom crossing. Russian President Vladimir Putin has ensured that Russia will continue to supply essential goods to the Gaza Strip, including medicines and medical equipment. At least 6 people have been killed in southern Gaza in recent airstrikes, with the Israelis leaving others with.
संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब।
Which happened in Kashmir's Poonch, Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch. A mega anti-terror operation has now been launched, and what we are learning so far are multiple details coming out. We are learning that the Indian Army has intensified the operations in the area. 8 to 10 terrorists at least are trapped in the heavy forested areas, and reports suggest that US-made rifle M4 carbine was used by these Jaish terrorists. Top update coming on Republic TV, and we can also tell you viewers is that our reporters are on ground getting us all the top details, and not just that, we are also learning, this is source-based information coming in. We are learning that there could be a kind of, between Pakistan and China, that they have both in it together, and they have tried to divert India's attention once again. This was a tactic by Pakistan and China to divert India's attention and revive terror in the valley. Well, we're getting all these top details coming in right now. Let's go ahead and play out all the reactions and ground reports.
The teams of National Investigation Agency have arrived at the encounter spot in the Poonch district, and I'll request Gaurav to show you that the senior officials of the NIA who have arrived at the encounter spot. Important to mention that NIA is carrying out a parallel investigation in the case in which 4 Jawans of the Indian Army, they attained martyrdom in a deadly terror attack that took place in the Dera Ki Gali area of the Poonch district yesterday evening. And now the teams of the National Investigation Agency, they are heading towards the operation site. Important to mention that 3 terrorists who are believed to be from the Lashkar-e-Toiba terror outfit, they carried out this deadly attack yesterday, the Pakistani terrorists, and now the security forces, they are carrying out intensified operation. A team of the National Investigation Agency, which is headed by an officer who has an expertise in the counter-terror operation, they have arrived here at the ground zero and now are going to carry out a parallel probe in this case. With Gaurav Sani, Gursimran Singh for Republic Media Network.
And the Republic has been on the ground tracking every minute of this story. What we can also tell you viewers, we have a reporter Rawat on ground. He's in Rajouri getting you all the details. Let's have a look at this extensive report filed by my colleague Rawat.
Republic crew has reached the ground zero location. My VJ can show you this is the exactly spot where terrorists targeted army vehicle yesterday, in which you can show here in the visual. This is the exactly spot. This is the visuals from where terrorists fired on the army vehicle. Republic is the only channel who is reporting from here, ground zero. You can see here in the visuals how the security forces are being, more security forces have been rushed to this location. You can see my VJ Mubashir is showing you. These are the Rashtra Rifles Jawans who are holding up the arms in their hands and getting ready for the massive anti-terror operation. In fact, the special forces have also been added to this operation. In fact, you can see here in the visuals my Vijay Mubashir is showing you. You can see the troopers coming out from the special troopers have called for this operation, and you can see here the exclusive visuals on the Republic TV. My Vijay Fido is showing you the visuals from the exactly spot where terrorists targeted army convoys yesterday. In fact, you can see here in the visuals, this is the exactly spot. In fact, Republic is the only TV channel who is presently reporting from this very location. And in fact, I will tell you about this. In fact, we have learned from our sources that the newly infiltrated 5 to 10 groups have recently infiltrated from these mountains. If my VG can show you, these are the difficult terrains where the operation is going on. You can see the snow-capped mountains here in the Rajouri area. In fact, you can see here there is the operation going on. There are some smoke also here. If my VG can zoom there, and you can see here the continuously the operation is going on. The massive anti-terror operation is going in these difficult terrains. You can see here in the visuals how the security forces are alert here in the Rajouri area after yesterday's the deadly terror attack. Here you can see here in the visuals, my VG can show you the troopers are getting prepared to enter these forest areas. These are very difficult terrains where the operation is going on right now. You can see here the special forces are getting prepared to deal with the massive anti-terror operation. In fact, you can see here in the some special gadgets have also been handed over to these special forces, and they are well equipped to deal with the terror operations. It clearly indicates, as we can see here, the big bags in their hands. It indicates that operation will take some more long time, because some senior officials from the Indian Army and Jammu and Kashmir Police have already arrived at this location, but the massive anti-terror operation is right now underway. From what I have learned from the sources that after yesterday's terror attack, it clearly indicates that after the killing of commanders in Pakistan, it clearly indicates that Pakistan terror outfits have frustrated. After that, they have targeted the money. After civilian killings, they are targeting the forces once again in the valley. It clearly indicates how terrorist outfits are frustrated in the Jammu and Kashmir. But you can see here how our Jawans are prepared and well equipped to deal with the terrorists. You can see, if my VJ can show you, this is the exactly spot where yesterday terrorists fired on army vehicles, in which 4 Jawans martyred so far. And 3 jawans are still who are hospitalized. My VJ can show you these are the difficult terrains where the operation is going on right now. There you can see it clearly indicates this is the line of control area. You can see here we have already intelligence based inputs that 250 to 300 terrorists are activated at launching pads who are trying continuously to infiltrate. But we had learned from our sources that this was the newly infiltrated group that struck the army vehicle yesterday. My VJ can show you from right to left completely where the operation is right now going on. You can see the exactly spot in these forest areas. There are multiple operations which are going on. The different ambushes have been laid down by the security forces here in these forest areas. In my VJ can show you these are some residential areas where the operation is going on. There are some intelligence based input. There must be some local hand involvement who provided logistic. It also indicates that after yesterday's attack there must be some local involvement, as Gursaman was pointing out about the local involvement in the attack. The questions, some youth have been picked by the security forces and the question is going on. You can see here how the security forces have deployed here, including Jammu and Kashmir Police Special Operation Group of Jammu and Kashmir Police Rashtra Rifles, and other security forces are here. You can see no one is being allowed from this point. You can see here the difficult terrains are here, but the search it's very challenging for the security forces to do operations here. But you can see here the weather is improving here, and earlier it was very dense fog here. It was very difficult for the security forces to do operations here, but you can see here the recovery van have been also placed here at the India Army, and you can see here these are the vehicles. You can see my VJ can show you the bullet marks of the same vehicle which were targeted by the terrorists. You can see here the exclusive visuals on the Republic TV. My Vijay Mubashir is showing you the visuals of the same vehicle that was targeted by the security forces when moving, and the ambush was laid by the terrorists and the target this vehicle. And you can see here the difficult operation is going on right now here. In some officials from the Jammu and Kashmir Police and Indian Army have already reached here. They are expecting some more top level officers will arrive here shortly.
And speaking on India's growing indigenous defense capability, the Indian Air Force Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary said that India's growing indigenous defense capability has already opened the doors for partnerships and exports, adding that platforms like the light combat aircraft, light combat helicopter and Akash, a guided weapon system, offer competitive and reliable option for air forces of the global south. Here is a full report.
Over the years, India has played a proactive role in international forum to protect the global south's interest and is giving voice to the countries belonging to this group. This was amply displayed this year when India championed their concerns and put it at the center of the G20 presidency. At the very beginning of the presidency, India hosted the Voice of Global South Summit. India's rise in the Global South marks a pivotal point in international affairs. Rooted in a rich historical tapestry, the country's emergence from colonial shadows to a prominent global player brings forth a myriad of challenges and opportunities. Understanding the complex dynamics at play is crucial in navigating a future shaped by interconnectedness. As we navigate these uncharted skies, air power, being a key component of national power, would undoubtedly play a pivotal role and also serve as a symbol of national strength, a tool for peace and collaboration. The Indian Air Force may easily act as a catalyst for progress, fostering strategic partnerships and contributing to the collective advancement of the Global South. In the past 9 years alone, Indian Air Force has trained more than 5,000 foreign trainees from countries of the Global South, and this number is only increasing. Opportunities for growth materialize through strategic partnerships, technological innovation, and a commitment to sustainable development. India's growing indigenous defense capability has already opened the doors for partnerships and exports. Platforms like the light combat aircraft, the light combat helicopter, and Akash surface-to-air guided weapon systems offer competitive and reliable options for air forces of the Global South. boosting India's economic and technological clout.
Viewers, much more coming up. Rahul tries to effectively justify parliament attack, says unemployment is the root cause. Indian Army intensifies operation, but Indian Neta has gone ahead and trivialized the Poonch terror attack. It calls it another Pulwama. Stay tuned.
The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students.
संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब, देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब, देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज।
A lot of process problems, but one of the major things we found is that this is one area where we don't actually have enough people. We have 800 examiners and controllers in our patent office. The Chinese have 13,000. Okay, so I raised this issue. Let me say that we are currently in the process of increasing that number from 800 to 3,000 in the first phase. And the first 500 of those people have already been hired. They are being trained as we speak.
How do you expect us to be innovative when you don't invest in R&D in our universities, when you don't have capital to back people? We need money.
towards having people that independence, financial independence, what are the sort of efforts that you're putting in at Axis Bank?
The wealth in India, defined as people with, let's say, wealth of over 2 crores and above, is expected to grow 5-fold by 2032. The expectation is that a large part of that wealth will be created in the rural markets. So all of us are going and spending a lot of time in some of those markets. Just because you asked about Axis Bank, a couple of years back, we actually went and publicly announced to the market that one of the important areas which we want to build as a bank is an area of distinctiveness. We want to be known in the market for being different.
India, it will take you average 42 months. It will take you 18 months in China. We have to be the innovators. Are we doing that enough?
I did a paper about 18 months ago about the patent system, and we found a lot of process problems. But one of the major things we found is that this is one area where we don't actually have enough people. We have 800 examiners and controllers in our patent office. The Chinese have 13,000. Okay, so I raised this issue. Let me say that we are currently in the process of increasing that number from 800 to 3,000 in the first phase. And the first 500 of those people have already been hired. They are being trained as we speak.
How do you expect us to be innovative when you don't invest in R&D in our universities, when you don't have capital to back people? We need money.
Burning Question, powered by Kent Oro, co-powered by Sera.
Pakistani terrorist attack Indian Army, 4 Jawans killed in action during an anti-terror operation in Poonch. Undeterred, Indian Army intensifies operations, goes all out to avenge martyrdom of our brave hearts. Pak-China terror revival plot exposed, sources reveal plan was to hold down troops near the LAC. Politics over Poonch terror attack. Indi Neta trivializes Poonch terror attack, calls it another Pulwama. Rahul tries to effectively justify Parliament attack, says unemployment is the root cause. Private jet controversy hits Siddaramaiah government as minister posts swanky travel video, BJP hits out. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan has gone back to the usual plot. When they want to divert from the domestic issues, they're essentially once again collaborating with the Chinese to reach out once again to their domestic audience. The recent attack that was carried out in Poonch is a classic example of a desperate Pakistan once again clutching onto the Chinese friend, hoping that India will divert their attention towards the Western front. In fact, it turns out that there is a larger game plan in picture. Tonight on The Burning Question, we not only expose the terror plot, but also put out the details of that major game plan.
India's heightened troop presence in Ladakh has frustrated China following the Galwan standoff. Top sources say the targeted attack in Poonch was a part of China and Pakistan's larger conspiracy to revive terrorist activity in Jammu and Kashmir. Their only aim to mount pressure on the Indian Army into redeploying troops from the Ladakh border back to Kashmir. Sources believe Pakistan, with potential Chinese backing, is attempting to force India to ease pressure on Eastern Front by reigniting terrorism in the West. Pakistan has allegedly infiltrated 25 to 30 terrorists into forest areas of Poonch to intensify attack on security forces and provoke responses. A day after the terrorist ambush, the Indian Army has launched a massive search operation on multiple fronts. With NIA team visiting Ground Zero, their only aim is to track the Pakistan terrorists now.
Terrorists have carried out fifth major terror attack in the Pir Panjal region in the year 2023. This attack has claimed the life of 5 martyrs of the Indian Army who gave terrorists a befitting reply and injured one terrorist who was part of this cowardice attack. The team of the Indian Army that was going as part of the additional reinforcement for the coordinated search operation that was launched based on a hardcore intelligence input was attacked by the terrorists.
Is China taking Pakistan's help to not allow India to ease out?
Getting us some more breaking news right now. After the second summons that was sent out to Arvind Kejriwal, and he refused to appear before the enforcement directorate, calling the summons as illegal, and Delhi Chief Minister is currently in Bengaluru. Enforcement directorate has now sent out the third summons in the liquor gate. In fact, he's now been asked to appear, as I understand, on the third. Is what we are picking up, but we'll try and get you more details in a short while from now. Let's also quickly try and go across to our senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, who's getting us also the latest details. Abhishek, another summons have been sent out to Arvind Kejriwal. In fact, if the way he is going, he could perhaps see the same fate like Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren, against whom the enforcement directorate is already planning to go ahead with a non-bailable warrant simply because he hasn't responded to any of the summons. Could you help us understand first the charges that have been levelled against Arvind Kejriwal and the response that has come in from the Chief Minister so far?
Well, Shawan, so the charges are clear that there is complicity in terms of getting that excise policy in place and then subsequently removing it after it was found to be in violation of laws and possibly opening a window ajar for corruption. And the topmost court of the country has said that there is possibility of 300 crores plus having been taken out because of that policy. So obviously that's the charge. Having said that, I think what the enforcement directorate is doing, and you know better, is following a certain process and procedure, because when it comes to summons, before you issue a non-bailable warrant, at least 3-4 times, maybe 5 times, you have to issue the summons so that you can go to the court and say that the accused has been non-cooperative. So I think this is the third summon going to Arvind Kejriwal, and obviously someone as into politics as Kejriwal knows the process and procedure fully well. So he knows that at least the third or fourth or maybe fifth summon he can really avoid and buttress his politics, and that's the defense so far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. And Arvind Kejriwal is concerned that this is a politically motivated investigation, irrespective of what the courts have said till now, that the agencies are working at the behest of the ruling party at the center, and that's why this position. Having said that, as I said, Shaman, there is a process and procedure, like in the case of Hemant Soren, so in the case of Arvind Kejriwal, perhaps it could be followed with another couple of summons. Now happens to be in a Vipassana retreat, so you would not get to hear a reaction from him at least for another week. And till that time, I think the party will take care of the defense, and you are going to see another round of summons before ultimately a picture emerges where the agency, the enforcement directorate in this case, has to issue a non-bailable warrant. Maybe before that, Kejriwal would come and let himself be questioned like it has happened in earlier instances.
Well, thank you very much, Abhishek, for putting this into perspective. If you could just put out the extra details that we're just getting with regards to the summons, a confirmation now coming in from sources within the Enforcement Directorate that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has now been asked to appear on 3rd of January. Let's put out those details. 3rd of January is when Arvind Kejriwal has been asked to appear before the Enforcement Directorate. In fact, this would turn out to be the third summons that have been issued to the Chief Minister. So far, the Chief Minister hasn't really responded to any of the questions that have been asked. In fact, he has dubbed these summons that have been sent out by the Enforcement Directorate as illegal in nature. However, as far as the legal provisions are concerned, it's important to point out here, the Enforcement Directorate largely looking at an opportunity to be given to the Chief Minister to perhaps put out his version with regards to the charges that have been levelled against him by the other accused. Well, in fact, going back to the top story that we have been tracking, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan is back on it once again. This time, once again, reviving their old terror plot. Ladies and gentlemen, they aren't really alone. In the latest attack that has been carried out in Poonch, what one cannot take away, the fact that there is a tacit understanding with the Chinese. Just to put this into perspective, just about a few days ago, the interim Prime Minister of Pakistan made that comment about what exactly would Pakistan really do for China. And they said that we'll go to any extent to keep our Chinese friends happy. Joining us on the burning question tonight, General K.K. Sinha, General Sanjay Soy, Raja Faisal is joining us from Pakistan. First, to you, General Sanjay Soy, there is a larger picture that one needs to look at. And when I was speaking to some of my sources and also my colleague who is getting us more details on this entire operation that has been carried out, one cannot take away the fact that this is also an attempt to keep India completely divided when it comes to their focus on the Western and the Eastern front. Let's not forget the kind of the vantage point from where we carried out our operations after the Operation Snow Leopard. It really gave us that advantage on the LAC. Once again, bringing back the focus on the Western side would essentially mean that you have divided attention. So it's a typical Chinese ploy too.
Turn off the voice from your video side. Mute kar de us taraf se.
Absolutely, Shravan. In fact, there could be many reasons for this attack. One is that kind of peace which was returning to Kashmir. People were so happy. In fact, I'm just giving a couple of reasons, main reason. One is that peace, imagine last year 1.88 crore tourists visited, the schools were open, businesses were open, offices were open, people were having a sigh of relief and nobody wanted the terrorists to come back. People had changed, their mindset has totally changed. Probably this was not being digested to the Pakistan and they were trying to do something, and because of the inputs being received from the Awam, from the local people, security forces were getting great successes. In fact, from 2018, the numbers have come down to 1/4. From 2001, and numbers have come down to almost 1/10 of the terrorist-related activities. So imagine this kind of reduction is there. On the other hand, probably now they were trying to take action in south of Pir Panjal because before the passes closed down the snowfalls, they wanted to do something. This also shows the desperation. As you have rightly brought out, Pakistan, I feel, is like a puppet in the hand of China. Whether it is because of loan diplomacy, whether it is because of money power or the influence they have or the weapon system they keep supplying, they have been using Pakistan as a puppet against India. And this time also, the kind of response they got it on after the Galwan and during whenever they tried any misadventure, Indian Army proved their worth and they repulsed any such their design. This is could be one of the reasons what Shravan you have rightly brought out. There too, so that the forces, additional forces which have been set there, India is forced to pull them back for on the Western front towards the Pakistan. However, I would like to bring out here, Shravan, that India is quite capable and we have had plans to take 2.5 fronts under these circumstances, whether China, Pakistan or these kinds of internal situations. We are quite capable, the troops are poised. In fact, the incident has taken place because of the tough situation, the conditions are tough and one cannot rule out these kinds of incidents, but befitting reply is being given, and I'm sure the perpetrators of the incidents, like the Pakistan, whosoever is there, the adequate response would be given as has happened in the past. And this could be one of the reasons, Shravan, that to force us to withdraw some troops from the LAC so that China can have a better operational dominance, which will not happen, I'm sure.
Right.
Shravan.
Well, in fact, not just the China angle, which General Sanjay Soy that you have brought out very well. Let's also take a look at what exactly is Pakistan really aiming at. Not to forget, 8th of February, where the elections are going to really take place. Look at the kind of tactical changes that have essentially been made. The launch pads are not what it used to be before 2016. It turns out civilian houses inside Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir is also now being used by the Pakistanis. Raja Faisal, just to quote what the Pakistanis had to say during the FATF, where you said that stringent measures would be taken to ensure that Pakistan is not a safe haven for terrorists. What would you say tonight when each of these terrorists, it turns out, has been trained not at the border areas of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, but at the hinterland where the kind of training has been given? Are they still what you've been calling non-state actors?
Shravan, thanks ever so much for inviting me to the show. And obviously, one remarkable achievement which I can see on your Indian channel is that previously it was just Pakistan who was mentioned related to Kashmir, but now suddenly you have started obviously blaming Chinese as well, which is a remarkable obviously achievement on behalf of India. And while talking about obviously cross-border terrorism, you have highlighted that somehow, India has been claiming about Pakistan that Pakistan is running some sort of, terror camps or anything like that. Previously, you have been highlighting it. And of course, Pakistan's army, they have been taking the international media to the marked locations as well. And nothing was found in there. And of course, there is a difference between terrorism and the freedom fight. If somebody in Pakistani side of the Azad Jammu and Kashmir, if somebody wants to obviously fight for Kashmir, obviously they consider Indian illegally occupied Kashmir as an occupied territory, and they are fighting for it. They are fighting for it. And of course, I being a Pakistani as an individual, I always stand with them.
M4.
That it is
okay,
right.
Now please tell me, Raja Faisal, M4 carbine. Raja, it's not like any freedom fighter that you're really talking about. Please tell me which freedom fighter that, as you are essentially trying to point out, how do they really have access to M4 carbines?
About my narratives, you started.
I'm asking you a question. You want to glorify, and you will not admit the fact. I understand that you are under the pressure of Pakistani army and the ISI. But please tell me, how do they have access to M4 carbines? How do they have access to that? How do they have access to? Answer my simple question. How do they have access to M4 carbines? Please tell me.
I'm trying to show you my side of the coin.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. How do you have access? How do they have access to M4 carbines? Please tell me.
Shravan, this is not the way. If you want my narratives to be highlighted in your show, that's why you obviously invite me for. But if you don't want to show them, then literally don't invite me.
I am asking you, but that does not prevent me from asking you a question, Raja. That does not prevent me from asking you a question. I think so. I have the liberty to ask that. That does not prevent me from asking you a question.
Yes, you can. But at the same time, if you can tell your team in the studio that they have to fix their audios as well. I was not given audio today. They called me. I'm still on the call, but I'm not getting any audios from their side. This shows that the technicalities you are trying to use in your program, they are barring me from listening you. They are barring me from my voice to get to you, so that people who
That's
are
not
watching
true.
us,
That's not
you're
true.
portraying.
There is No, Raja, that is being fixed. Raja, even that echo problem, the problem that you're facing is not only with you. It's not with you. Even the other guests are going through. We're trying to fix that out. But that's not the issue. Why don't you answer the question? You can very well hear my question. Please answer that.
Narratives are not being highlighted in your show, Shaman.
I am giving you the freedom. Please go ahead. Answer my question.
What you are saying of the...
Yeah, if you can ask your question once more. You highlighted Pakistan side, that Pakistan side.
I asked you this question. You okay? Hear my question again. Hear my question again, Raja. Hear my question. If my question was not audible to you, if my question was not audible to you,
involved in cross-border terrorism, especially when it comes from Pakistan's western border. You have been constantly using it. Kulbhushan Jadhav is one of the examples of it, and now world is coming to terms with it that India is the country that is involved in global terrorism. I'm talking about whatever is happening against the leadership of Khalistan. I'm talking about all of the Sikhs who are...
What happened? You talk about Kulbhushan. I can talk about Javed, who was picked up. Javed, who was picked up, who had crossed over. His number belongs to a village. His number is from Pakistan. You have Pakistani IDs that have been recovered. What more do you want me to tell you? You know, if you want to get into rhetoric, I asked you a simple question, Raja. How does your so-called freedom fighters who are there with the cause of Azad Kashmir, how do they really have access to M4 carbine if it's not your army?
With their self-determination, plebiscite is the only
not there in Pakistan. Any terrorist activity, they have a linkage with Pakistan.
If you
what are you saying?
More troops in there, you can carry on doing that.
There was Osama bin Laden hiding in Pakistan.
General K.K. Singh wants to respond.
Where is he in Pakistan?
General K.K. Singh wants to respond. General K.K. Singh wants to respond.
Taliban,
General K.K. Singh. General K.K. Singh.
You are saying India is a terrorist country.
General K.K. Singh. General K.K. Singh.
United Nations.
Can I get the platform?
General K.K. Singh.
This is the most high-threat zone of the world.
Thank you.
Can you listen?
Raja, you want to answer my question? Hear the other side also. Hear the other side also. Now, Raja, hear the other side. Now, General K.K. Singh, I want to ask you this question. Please tell me how exactly the so-called as Raja's freedom fighters,
Illegally, okay.
How exactly do they have access to M4 carbine if it is not directly coming in from the army?
I can shout out on you.
People want determination.
I can shout out. Please keep quiet. Raja, can you keep quiet?
Highlighting. You have been
General K.K. Singh.
That.
Okay, can you...
Nobody's happy there. If they were
this guy,
having these kind of incidents in there, and if people...
Can you listen to me?
If they are quiet, that...
Why you are shouting? Why you are making...
That you are using the brute force against them.
Can you mute this guy?
Brute force to silence their voices.
You see, who is he? Now, the people, in fact, people who matters in Pakistan, they are making a point that, Pakistan is shooting on feet. And he is shouting on top of it that it is a freedom fighter. Can you keep quiet, mister? Please listen. I have listened to you last 20 minutes. Swaran, you asked a question. What is Pakistan and China is doing with with India 2.5 front? It started in 2020, and now we are sitting in end of 2023 in this area of both twin districts of Poonch and Rajouri, which they have found it out, which was there also 2003 when Hill Kaka and in Surankot area. Now today's incident has taken in Era Kali, where even there is who have brought it out M4 carbine, M4 rifle. But the steel bullet has been found over and above. Before this, when it happened on 5th May, prior to this, Asim Munir has gone to China. He has just returned back, and then there was an operation in which the Chinese ammunition, Chinese medicine, Chinese logistical force with the terrorists who were killed. It is a direct proof of Pakistan Pakistan is totally important through China. China is twisting the tail and trying to do it. The people who matters in Pakistan is saying that Pakistan is putting in his own foot. And the whole responsibility they are giving it, they are Pakistan army. And here, someone who is sitting on your channel and making audacity to make a statement that they are the freedom fighters. Listen, mister.
What are they then?
Listen
they are
to me,
anything
please.
but they are anything but freedom fighters, ladies and gentlemen. General KK said, I'm really running short of time. I'm really running short of time, gentlemen. I'm really running short of time. But Raja, let's admit it. They're anything but freedom fighters. You have to at least admit the fact that you are spending a considerable amount of time training them. The change that has actually taken place is that now you are no longer training them across the border, not closer to the border. You are taking them right inside Pakistan, training them and sending them back. But okay, I'm really running short of time. But I promise I'll get you back, Raja. I'll get you back again, and I'm going to ask you that question again. That next time when you come and say that these are freedom fighters, please tell me which freedom fighter was actually getting access to M4 Carbine, which is part of your ammunition depot. So thank you very much, Raja. I'll get you back again tomorrow. But thank you very much, General KK Sinha, as well as General Sohaib, for joining us on the burning question. On the other side, the trending burning question with my colleague Niranjan.
Burning question, powered by Kent Oro, co-powered.
Co-powered by Sera. This is your space. Play it your way.
The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs. A testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs. A testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students.
सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब,
बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा।
And the video we broke last night on Republic Kannada was of a minister, a sitting minister in Karnataka who was en route Bengaluru. The irony in this story is that the chief minister of Karnataka flies to Delhi, meets the prime minister there, and he goes there to seek a relief package for drought-hit Karnataka, where most of the districts, if not all, have been declared drought-hit. So the chief minister asks for a package of 17,000 crore from the prime minister. He says, "Dear prime minister, give us 17,000 crore rupees because we are drought-hit. We are drought-affected. We need the money." Ironically, the same government, the chief minister and his ministers who accompanied him, take a return flight on this charter plane. The visuals are on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. And the man that you see there wearing sunglasses, dark glasses, sunglasses, and showing off in that video. And the reason why I'm saying he's showing off, because he posted the video. This minister posts the video of him walking and strutting around this charter jet. And while he's with his swagger, talking about how lovely it is to be on board a charter flight, this year alone, 2023 in Karnataka, ladies and gentlemen, there have been 456 farmer suicides. 456 farmer suicides, which makes it 2 suicides a day. And why do farmers commit suicide, ladies and gentlemen? Farmers commit suicides because they face crop losses, because they don't have money to repay loans taken from banks. And how much are these loans, you may ask? There have been cases where farmers commit suicides, and the same government and the same minister, a Congress minister, said on record, ladies and gentlemen, that farmers commit suicides for even 5 lakh rupees. He said it on record. A minister says these days farmers commit suicides to get a 5 lakh rupee package so that their family gets that 5 lakh rupee package. An insensitive statement by itself. And weeks later, here is a video that comes out from a Congress minister showing off on a charter jet at a time when farmers are committing suicides. And the irony in this entire story is that they went to Delhi to ask for more funds and they return in a charter jet which costs nothing less than 50 lakh rupees. Take a look at the story.
Wearing tuxedo and sunglasses, posing at different places in this luxury jet, is none other than Karnataka Minister Zamir Ahmed. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah too was on board this swanky jet. A fuming BJP has hit out at the Siddaramaiah government. The Congress is now on the back foot.
BJP people, they don't have guts to ask their Prime Minister to release funds for drought. But unwanted things, they will comment. From Bangalore to Delhi, about 2.5 hours journey. At that time, they might have seen what is wrong in it. These people, let them, BJP people, let them ask their Prime Minister. He is also our Prime Minister.
I have not seen that video. After I say it, I will react. Okay. Questioned on the splurge, Siddaramaiah lost his cool.
ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು ಯಾತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿರುಗಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಿರುಗಾಡ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ. ಹೇಳಯ್ಯ ನೀನು.
ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು ಯಾತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ
ತಿರುಗಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಟು ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಪೀಪಲ್. Please ask this question to BJP people. ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿಯವರು ಯಾವ ವಿಮಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ತಿರುಗಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ತಿರುಗಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಗೆ ತಿರುಗಾಡ್ತಾರೆ?
But why, you may ask, has this video become the center of a political storm? The Chief Minister and Minister duo were travelling to the national capital to seek drought aid. So, hasn't irony not died 1,000 times? That's the trending burning question tonight.
And on the trending burning question this evening, we have Vijay Prasad, spokesperson of the BJP, live from Karnataka. We have Abdul Razak Khan, he's a political analyst, leans towards the Congress party, joining us live from Bengaluru. And Suman C. Raman, political analyst, critical of the BJP, joins us on the panel. Abdul, how can you defend it, Abdul? Can you defend it? I know you're a Zamir Ahmed fan, but how can you defend this video of him dancing on a plane while returning on a...
Sirajjan, please take back your word. He's not dancing. He was definitely not dancing in the entire video. I have the video with me and I have seen it. It is not a dance. He has sat there. He has taken a video. This is not a luxury aircraft. It's a chartered plane.
It's not a dance.
Sample this. Mr. Modi.
It is not a luxury aircraft.
No, it is not a luxury aircraft. It's a special aircraft. It's
I'm
a chartered aircraft. You may name it whatever you want.
It is a special. It's one of the most.
They had to come back immediately to Bengaluru to attend a special cabinet meeting. There were no flights available, so they took a special aircraft. And this is a normal in every state. Whenever the chief ministers travel to Delhi, when they have to immediately come back, they take special aircraft.
No, see, I don't think there's a problem. No, I don't think there's a problem. Razak.
4,500 crores
Razak.
Boeing 777.
Razak.
Mr. Modi travels in that aircraft.
Okay.
Have you ever questioned
Razak.
Gujarat Chief Minister only for
Razak.
the maintenance has spent 24 crores
Razak.
in the past
Razak.
2 years? Can you
Razak.
question him? It is just about
Razak.
4,60,000 is what they have paid for the tour from Delhi to Bangalore.
Okay. 4,60,000, sir. Sir, they didn't travel on a first class ticket to pay 4.5 lakhs. Even if they, assuming that all of them traveled on a first class ticket, it would have still cost them much more. Let me tell you that first of all. And secondly, it's not about just traveling on a charter jet. Everybody uses a charter jet. 1 minute, hear me. Hear me, sir. Hear me. I'm asking the question to... Hear me calmly. Hear me. It's first of all not as little as you're mentioning. That's not the amount. It's much more. First of all. Secondly, it's not about traveling on a charter jet. Okay, I understand. Most CMs, PMs travel on a charter jet sometimes. Okay, fine. Okay, we'll put an RTI. We'll find out who traveled how much. That's okay. Suman, that's not the point. Point is him putting that video out. Okay, Suman, I'll put a little bit of context to the video as well. In the context of the video, he walks with a swagger, Sumant. Let me tell you, he walks with a swagger, and the music track playing in the background, Sumant, is Dhira Dhira Dhira, which means the world beneath my feet. The world beneath my feet. Okay, I'm talking about the optics of the video. Optics. Let's play the audio. There's a little bit of audio on that. Optics of the video. When you've actually gone to Delhi to seek funds and you come back posing this video. Sumant.
Okay.
Sumant.
Now, I find it ironic that the BJP, which is basically living in a glass castle, not even a glass house, it is a glass castle or a glass palace, will want to throw stones on this issue. There are other issues that they could use to target the government. Karnataka government, but not this. I mean, we are talking about a political party whose government in Gujarat has bought a private aircraft for the chief minister's travel for 190 crore. We are talking of a party government which in Madhya Pradesh has bought an aircraft for the chief minister to travel for 65 crore. And this, at the most, let us assume that 3 to 4 lakhs was the per hour charter fee. From Delhi to Bangalore, the total cost might have come to 12 to 15 lakhs or so. So what are we talking about if we are saying that 190 crore can be spent on buying an aircraft? And I want to add one more point, Madhav. 20.8 crore has been spent on maintenance of those aircraft for 2 years of that aircraft in Gujarat. So I'm sure Niranjan, that you have raised that question earlier to the BJP government in Gujarat, why they bought that aircraft for 190 crore, that it was an unnecessary expenditure. I'm sure you would have raised it, wouldn't you? Or you would have asked Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Niranjan, why?
Yeah, of course I have. Of course I have.
For the government of Madhya Pradesh, for him to travel at 65 crore. Did you? Can you put out those videos where you questioned those two governments, or is it only?
Yes, of course I can. Suman. No, Suman, that's a very good question. And let me first of all tell you that yes, we have questioned the BJP on its splurge. Okay, the word is splurge. When they bought, hear me out. I will send you a video. We questioned the BJP splurge. We question. Hear me.
No,
hear me. We question the BJP splurge. Hear me, Suman. Okay, you want the date? I'll tell you the date. Hold on. I will tell